Welcome back, part 3 of Metal Gear Solid 3. Moving through the forest now, close to where we were supposed to fight the end, but if you watched the previous part, we killed him. So we don't have to deal with them anymore. I don't know about you guys, but I really have to be in the mood to fight the end. I mean, it's a great boss fight, but so tedious, and so it requires a lot of patience that sometimes I just don't have. When playing a Metal Gear game, I just want to sneak past and get by. So, alright. Let's see. Should have a guard right up here. He's surprised me once before. Even set to alert status. So we'll take him out. Kind of go this way. There should be a guy here in the center of the trees. Yeah, there he is. Now, since we killed the End, he is replaced by members of the Ocelot unit. So these guys can be just as tricky, all of them primarily using sniper rifles. So there's going to be a lot of crawling in this part. It's not going to take as long as fighting the End, but slow due to the crawling. In fact, for good measure, let's equip our motion detector and keep that on, so that way we might be able to find them. A lot of crawling, keeping my eyes peeled for them. Here's a sniper's glint. And we'll do a little bit on him. So, I think we've got one up ahead. See a little blip on the radar. There he is. Wearing black in a jungle. Is that a bird? Let's see, I think if we go this way we can avoid a guard. Running right towards me. That was actually pretty close. Oh. There we go. Now let's proceed. Okay. It's pretty much a straight shot from here.
The enemy, he's here.
Equip another suppressor. Oh my. Don't like the looks of him. He's got a shotgun. Oh, another one. And I believe the other two are in fixed positions at the other end of this path. Sniper's glint right here. other one sitting right in front of this tree. And that does it for the Ocelot unit. I think they're in the other surrounding areas, but there's no point in going to them because you can just straight shot it right here to the tunnel, which leads up into the mountains. If it's one thing that I like about Snake Eater is that, unlike what a lot of the advertising material had in it, it definitely varies within different environments. You have jungle, urban, mountain. Even later on in the game, you'll have a white environment with a lot of white plants, which allows you to even use the snow camo, which I did not acquire. Granted, I think I have other camouflage that can take care of that problem. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it and see what we get. And those familiar with Snake Eater will know that this is a ladder which takes minutes to climb. And during this sequence, it plays the Snake Eater theme, I guess just as a bit of entertainment. So you're not completely bored while climbing up this long ladder. And Snake's stomach is starting to rumble because he's hungry. Now, some of the things that happens if you do not eat on a regular basis, if your stamina drops, you'll notice how my aim is kind of all over the place right now. That's something that happens when your stamina begins to run low. I'm trying to capture this rat, so I may eat him for stamina. Yes, eating rats. So, let's see. Let's try the Taiwanese cobra. Moderate. Let's eat the rat. What is this? Let's see, since we're entering a desert-like environment, let's see what we have here. Desert tiger. Perfect. And we have Oscam Desert, so that may work against the white background later in the game. But for now, we're dealing with mountaintops. So, the mountain base. Only one more Cobra other than the boss, that's left to fight. Which one would that be? Well, I guess we'll have to find out. It's leading right up. It could be, he's at the top of a mountain, so what could his ability possibly be? Alright, let's see. Next ridge over. You have to be careful on the mountain as there will be scorpions. Scorpions with poison that definitely like to take life away from you very fast. Also some poisonous snakes, and even you can even kill some vultures to give you some food, and they actually offer decent stamina recovery. Highly recommend killing a vulture so that way you can get a decent amount of food. Let's see, line you up and bam. I believe he is the last guy. I guess we'll know here in a moment if he is or not. Yeah, looks like it. the next area. The next area, the reason why I blew up that helicopter in part 1 is because if you do not, it will be patrolling this area, making your ascent up this mountain a little bit more difficult. Now he's just replaced by a hovercraft guard, which can easily be dispatched. But we're not going to dispatch him just yet, as killing him will send us into caution. Well, killing him or tranquilizing him will send us into caution mode. And we just can't have that right now. Let's see here. Get this vulture. Good thing we're 85% hidden. Really is part of the fun of this game, is moving around and tricking your enemies to being almost invisible. See, I don't know if he's going to go down or up. Should be able to find out here in a moment. Looks like he's going back up. It's fine, I'll continue to crawl. 85% hidden, so ooh. So it should be pretty hard for him to spot me. We should have a guard here right around the corner. Take him down. Keep my eyes on him. And while climbing up this mountain, your stamina gets depleted a little bit faster due to the change in oxygen level, according to paramedics. So vultures definitely help with that problem. Let's see, I'm going ahead and start moving again, since we're pretty much out of his line of sight anyway. Crawling on the ground again, because there's a guard right here who is none the wiser that I just creeped up and took him down. Some nice healing materials. I believe there's also a RPG launcher over here. Let's see. Yes, RPG 7, along with some TNT. Is this food? Yes, it's food. In fact, let's go on ahead and we'll blow this. Okay, good. So hovercraft guard didn't hear it, or maybe he did. Let's quickly go through here before it initiates caution mode. Now here, no choice. There is a helicopter that will be patrolling. Yeah, come on over here. Okay, takes care of him. Incoming helicopter. make our way to the top so that way we can meet up with Eva, giving us the key to the underground. I don't hear anybody complaining about being hungry, so that's always a good sign. Alright. I think we took care of all the guards in the area. We can make our way all the way up to the very top of the mountain base. So Eva gives us the key to the underground, also explains how you're going to get into the fortress of Grozny Grad, also where the weapon scientist Sokolov, who we're supposed to be extracting, is at, and how we're going to get to him. We're going to have to disguise ourselves as a Russian major, which we already have a mask for his face, conveniently. He looks suspiciously like one of the protagonists from Metal Gear Solid 2, Raiden. So, nice little throwback to Metal Gear Solid 2. And we head back down through the mountaintop ruins and into the underground. Let's see. Full of food. In fact, let's go on ahead and let's eat a small thing of... Do we have anything that will... Let's have some vulture. The white-rumped vulture. Very good replenishment. And there's a nice scorpion hanging out down there. Don't want to get too close to him. Might sting you and poison you. And there should be some guards out here with flamethrowers now. They can be a bit of a pain. So we're just gonna kind of do our thing. Knock him out. Now, let's jump down here and right into the underground tunnel. So, that was a bit of a close one, and to make sure that I didn't move again. Actually, we're going to have to keep a suppressor on for this fight, so that way he doesn't know where we're at. It's a nice little game of hide and seek for this next boss fight, the final Cobra, the Fury. With this, we're also going to put on some urban camouflage. Let's see, Tiger Stripe. The key to this boss fight is to avoid the Fury as much as you possibly can. He is a man that has a weird flamethrower jetpack and a flamethrower, so he can be extremely deadly when it comes to taking Snake out. Let's see. Looks like he's walking right down here. I think. Yep. Let me see if I have a better uniform. Apparently Leaf is very good right now. Don't really know what that's all about, but I think I'll stick with Tiger Stripe. It seems to be... Yeah, I can't really outrun that. I'm a little too slow for him right now. make sure that we don't run into his line of sight. Okay, so far so good for the most part. Can't see the flames coming at me. It's a nice game of cat and mouse with our friend the Fury. Alright, let's finish him off. So, you just gotta try not to let the flamethrower intimidate you too much, and just make sure that the second that you're able to hit him, you need to move out of there immediately, or else he'll just blast you, and on harder difficulty, since your health bar is lowered even more, it can be a lot harder to stay alive, and people frequently have to use life medicine, burn ointment, bandages. It can get pretty nasty real quick. And now we are in the Fortress of Groznygrad. So, moving right along in Metal Gear Solid 3. Let's see if we're wearing the optimal camouflage here. Pretty good on that front. Black is apparently better. Probably due to the fact it's nighttime, so we'll go on ahead and do black camo. And since we're running on metal ground, our footsteps are a lot louder if you run. And we'll go ahead and equip the cardboard box, because we're going to take a little bit of a shortcut. Let's see. He's right over there. Don't really have to deal with him. See, this should take us right to where we need to go. In that area there. Groznygrad Northwest. So here it introduces things like spotlights. There's even dogs that can be found in the environment. Dogs are usually in a state of sleep, so you don't have to worry about them too much. It's my imagination, okay. Okay, that takes care of him. And also him. For the sake of making life easier, take out that spotlight. And this dog, even though it has the symbols for it sleeping, tranquilizer dart will keep it asleep, so I highly recommend shooting the dog with a tranquilizer dart. So that way we can run over here to the armory and blow it up and make everybody weaker. I thought I heard a dog bark, but... Yeah, I did. Oh. I forgot about that dog, but it doesn't matter now.
Weapons Lab, East Wing.
And it takes us right into the weapons lab. So, just like that trick in Metal Gear Solid 1. Let's see, we'll get some healing items. Now, for this one, you can run around as a scientist. However, I don't really... I don't necessarily recommend it. In fact, I think I'm probably going to use Spider for the sake of being able to run around really quick and take care of some of these enemies.
What the?
So as you can see, it drains stamina really, really fast. So let's see, let's eat a python real quick. Nice. See, and here is the man that we need to incapacitate. So that way we may take his clothes. Now, with this particular spider camouflage, if you the lower that your stamina becomes, the lower your camo index bonus will be. But we're done. We can stuff him in a locker right here. So, really, really easy. That spider camo definitely comes in handy for this sequence, even on harder difficulties. So we managed to steal his clothes. And let's go on ahead and put on the gear that we need. Snake is hunched over because he is hungry. Don't worry, buddy. I'm going to get you some food. Officer, and let's see. Here, have a calorie, mate. Awesome. And with that, I believe we'll pick up next time. So, time's running out. We're going to deal with rescuing Sokolov as Major Rykov. Some good old-fashioned Mission Impossible, I stole your face kind of stuff going on here. So, until next time, Phantasm Mask here, signing out.